Testing 1 2 1 2. Hey, D-Vol, Dr. Vol, how are you, mate? DR Vol, how are you, man? Want to do a mock draft? Let me know what you want to, who you want to go, and let's make it happen, man. Hope you can hear me. Good man. Who are you thinking? Pick one. Tigers. Tigers are going to trade up for pick one. What do I want, or who do I think they will get? I'm thinking we just play out your mock draft, mate. Pick one will be Desmond or West Coast. All right, let's do that. Who are we thinking for pick two? Or are we going to go bid, father, son? A few different options here. All right, we're going to Euland, draft player. Gold Coast are going to match that. I'll carry on with that. They've already got the points for that. All right, here we go. Now this is where it gets interesting. Who are the Eagles taking second? CDT, yeah, it's hard. I think I would like them to take Roby. How do you want this one to go? How do you want this one to play out? Oh, I'll go Roby. Oh, let's do Roby. All right, here we go. You got your Tigers up. Who are they taking? Tell me if you want me to scroll down, check out other players, because I think they were looking at Grill coming. So Grill's a mixture of Sarong and Dacos. How are we thinking? Pick four, sorry, but Richmond's first pick. Still there, mate? Oh, sorry, mate. Didn't know. Might be my end. I'm not sure. It's all new to me, this stuff. But yeah, who are you thinking for pick 3 for Richmond's first pick? If anyone else wants to put in their pick, just put it in the chat and we'll play it out, guys. You all right, mate? All good. I think it's you and one other person in here at the moment. Dyson Sharp. All right. It's a Richmond pick 3. Pick 4. Who are we going? I haven't seen Sharp projected to Richmond as much as I thought I would. Who are we thinking for pick 5? Richmond's second pick, guys. Go Sharp. Yep. Both you guys happy with Sharp? Beautiful. We'll take that. Who are we thinking next? Trade with Essendon. Okay. Let's look at it. What would a trade with Essendon look like if they trade up? So pick 5. Basically, it's going to be moving back a spot. Well, or would you do both Essendon's and a move back? What are we thinking? Pick 5, pick 6. I got to give something extra. Richmond's third pick. How many players are we thinking Richmond are going to take? Richmond are going to take another 2 players. So if we can get in front of pick 36, so pick 20, pick 5 and 15. These are the live picks Essendon have at the moment. Have they had pick 15? Unless I've baked this in correctly. I'm thinking does Gold Coast have 15 left? Now, Gold Coast, they gave that away when they matched it. They gave away pick 15, pick 18 and pick 24. So that means the Doggies moved down. All right. 18, Brizzy moved up. Geelong moved up. Everyone's moved up a couple of spots. Maybe just go Patterson for now. All right, let's just do that. All right, we'll go back to run draft. They're going to take Dylan Patterson. All right. Now, they can match. They've got enough bids. They've got just a whole bunch of tail enders. Pick 29, 30, 37, 44. So where was that? That was all down here. Basically, this chunk here. All right. Done. So Gold Coast have got next to no picks left. No. Who are we going next? Richmond's second pick. Essendon got 21, 26 and 27. I just want to see if this is updated. There's still a few bugs in here. 26, 27. Okay, that's a bug. Thanks, guys. You've identified that one for me. This thing's still a working prototype, big time. But I can fix that. Richmond need to trade down this pick somewhere in the top 10 and teens. All right, so these are the picks we got left. So Melbourne. Who would you target? You'd be two of the picks from the 20s for 6 and 6 for 7. All right, let's have a look. I think two of the picks in the 20s and 6 or 7 for pick 5 and throw in Richmond's 38 back. So that's now pick 4 because Gold Coast has burned a whole ton of picks beforehand. And pick 6. What was it? Oh, where are we? Picks in the 20s. So they're basically just moving up one spot, throwing in a 20, and we get 34. So, what's going on? It's bugging out on me again. Reset. Pick 7, pick 6. So there's jumping up. They're going to go through in the 20s, and we're going to go pick 34 on the way back. It's not far off. Richmond gained a fair bit out of that, but Essendon get the pick. Let's do that. So we've got Essendon. They've jumped a spot. Who are we going? Actually, let's go pick 8. And Gold Coast future. Sorry, mate. CDT to Essendon. I like it. They're loving him at the moment. Yeah. Both agree. Beautiful. All right. Richmond back on the clock. Pick 7. I'm thinking probably force Richmond or Carlton's hand, really. Would be my assumption. What does 7 for Crows first and future first look like? Can't really give values for the futures because you don't know where they're going to end up. Who are we trading? We're going Essendon trading in. Actually, no, we're on. Who's on the clock here? Sorry. Richmond are on the clock. My bad. Why did I jump the gun? Richmond and Adelaide's future first. So you're looking at pick 18. Worst case scenario, probably really a pick 14, but the pick 2027 is when Tassie come in, so that's going to be closer to. That could be late 20s, I reckon. Do you want to go through that? Sorry, I meant Richmond trading their pick for Crows. Yeah, sorry, that was me. I made the mistake. I thought Essendon were on the clock. All right, let's do it. Adelaide are jumping the gun. Richmond are trading back. 2 first at pick 18. I don't know if I'd do it. I think I'd keep pick 7. Sorry. Not 2027. Okay, so Adelaide's first is pick 18. So moving back 10 spots and you pick up a pick 18. What's pick 18 worth? 836 points. Yeah, it benefits Adelaide. That's assuming that the draft index stays the same next year, which I don't think it is, but that's all right. We'll all right, executed the trade. Adelaide are now on the clock. Who are Adelaide taking? Bit of a curveball. I like it. Who are we thinking for Adelaide? Traded into the first by giving up a future first and their first round from this year. Anyone there? No one. Adelaide could take Cumming would be the obvious course. Richmond got pick 17. They got bumped back to pick 17, but they also picked up next year's first from Adelaide, which will also be, top 15-ish. So they've traded up 2 firsts for pick 7. In the points index, Richmond win the trade, but they're moving back 10 spots. They've picked up Dyson Sharp, and they're going to get another first rounder for this draft anyway. It's interesting. I'm not sure if Richmond will do it in real life. Where's Widescreen? Is he taking Adelaide's pick or anyone? Anyone? Just who wants Adelaide's pick at pick 7? Unless you want someone else to trade in for pick 7. Who are we thinking? Anyone can enter the chat, guys. Who are we looking? Someone, come on, give us a pick. I'm going to take it. All right. It's going to be, can you do a version where Melbourne trade up for pick 2? I can, Stephen. Do you want to reboot it? Not sure if your chat is working. Sorry, mate. We'll try. Keep Campbell holding. Okay, he's gone Annabelle. All right. So pick 7. Adelaide's put a bid in for Annabelle. They need to match 15.43. They've got that in picks 19 and 25. Total points paid, 100 points left over, and they're going to get pick 49 as compo. Brizzy match that. We're happy with that. Back to Adelaide. Who's Adelaide moving for? I think it'd probably be, what's his name, Cumming. Another, midfield like. He's Isaac Heaney. Mid who genuinely hurts teams on the scoreboard. Strong overhead for his age. Times his leads well. Adelaide could do with someone like that. Sounds like a bit like Saligo or someone. Steve, we can do that, mate. I'll do that in the next one. Unless you guys are happy to reboot it, we'll do it. Can you do a version where Melbourne trade up for pick 2? Let's give that a look. Hoping everyone can enter the chat. I'm just waiting for everyone to respond. Trying to give the subscribers some priority as well. So if you could subscribe, you'll definitely get your chat in there, guys, as well. All right, pick 1. I think everyone's pretty set that West Coast are taking Dersma, unless anyone's got any major issues with it. But now we're looking at Melbourne trading up for pick 2. So the best bet Melbourne can really offer is pick 7 and 8. West Coast are already in front, really, with that one. Who are we thinking for on the way back? Pick 34. 7 and 8 for 2 and 34. I think that's pretty plausible. I think both teams will do it. Who thinks that will go for Melbourne? I'm happy with that trade. They haven't lost a ton of points. All right, Melbourne got pick 2, and you want... Who's Melbourne taking? Run draft. CDT. I'll let Stephen, if he could, respond. Campbell, I think it would involve a future first for Melbourne. All right, let's go back, see if I can undo it. Yeah, all right, can do. Reset everything. Pick 2. You think a future first for Melbourne? They have got 2 firsts. They've got Gold Coast as well. So who would you give? You'd give Melbourne, because Melbourne you'd think would finish lower than Gold Coast. And then you'd give 7 and a future first for 2. I don't know if I'd do it if I was West Coast in that instance. That could end up anywhere. 7 and a future first for 2 and 34. Don't know about that one. I think that's I can't ever imagine West Coast accepting that. I was trying to say Sam Cumming before, but I think the last one you. Oh, okay. Sorry, mate. I thought that's what I was thinking. I thought that might be worth. All right. Yeah, you've probably given it an explicit word that it didn't like. All right. Anyone? I can't imagine West Coast ever accepting 2 and 34 for 7 and a future first. Sorry, mate. All right, let's give it a go anyway. Melbourne and pick 2. I don't think that would ever occur, but it's not my draft. All right, who's going pick 2 for Melbourne? Yeah, possibly. There's a good chance. I think West Coast would value Melbourne's future first around the same, given all the academies. So Melbourne are going to get CDT. CDT seems to be the popular pick for everyone for second pick. I thought Roby would have a bit more interest. All right, let's go CDT. CDT to Melbourne. And then we got Richmond back on the clock. Patterson. All right. Newland's still there. I thought so Zeke. Someone's going to get a bargain on Zeke, but I think, Gold Coast are obviously going to match, aren't they? Who else is making picks, guys? Let's get in the chat. Julian's going to go next. So Dersma, Melbourne have traded up for CDT. Picks are going to be used 29, 30, 31, 38. 44, pick 44, and they're going to get 2 filler picks at the end. All right, Annabelle. Pick 19, they're going to get a compo at pick 49. I can match the bid there. All right, Richmond getting Roby at pick 6. Let's do it. Where is he? There he is. Richmond's second pick. What are we thinking, guys? Trade to Essendon again. All right, let's do it. Essendon jumping the gun. Ooh, trade with Carlton. Sorry, mate. Devol got in just before you, but we can explore that one after. Richmond, Essendon, pick 7. It's going to have to be pick 8. Moving back a spot. It's got to be pretty minimal, this one. It would have to be pick 33. How many teams are Richmond taking? Richmond are taking, according to Cal Tuimi. So pick 33 is still a usable pick. So you'd give him pick 26 almost, I reckon. Let him jump up 7 slots. that makes up for just the one player they're going to lose out. Pick 21. Yeah, pick 21. Okay. That's a big gain for Richmond. Let's do it. All right, so Essendon are on the clock. Richmond have moved back, but they've picked up pick 21 in the process. Essendon will want to be pretty keen on whoever it is. Who are we thinking? Taylor. All right, like it. Defender. Yeah, they could do with a defender for sure. Lock down and flip the field and compose rebound. Strong aerial timing. Spores when needed. It's confident enough to mark and launch counter. Makes smart, not panicky exit decisions. Yeah, I think Essendon can do with that. Richmond back on the clock. Who are you thinking? Sharp to Richmond. All right. So Sullivan, Roby and Sharp. Not a bad haul. Carlton trading in with Essendon. All right. What are we thinking? Widescreen TV. Essendon bid on Dean. That's all I think is more likely. Yeah, for sure. Let's do that. I think that's more likely scenario. They did just pick up Taylor as a defender. He's matched. Bid placed on Harry Dean. Essendon has bid pick 9. Carlton can match it for 12.20. They're going to have to give up picks 12 and 14, which is a bit of an overpay. So they're going to get slid back a bit. They'll get pick 16 back anyway. Which is there it is there. It's moved up 1 because the pick went through. So effectively they trade 11. What was it? 10 and 12 for 9 and 15. Still Essendon on the clock. Crows trade up for coming. All right, let's do it. Pick 10. What can Crows give him? Pick 18. Adelaide can't really give him much, can they? Pick 44 is going to be no use to him. Where's Essendon? 4 players. They've taken 1. They're going to get 18 back. It needs to be a future. Yeah, it's going to have to be a future. I agree. What do you reckon? Pick a second from the Crows would be, let's say they had a good year this year. Let's say they finish 3rd or 4th. I'm usually locking in the Queensland team for 1 and 2 this year. Yeah, I think 3rd and 4th is plausible. So that gives them pick 32. So a 32 and an 18 for 10. Probably a bit more, you'd think. Pick 44 is useful to match bids. Okay, I like it. Let's have that in there. Pick 44. And we may as well just give him the last of that points. Let's get 51 as well. So we got 18. He's moved back 8 spots. That's not catastrophic. A future second tied to Adelaide. So we're thinking pick, what do we say, 30. Okay. I think that's doable. And Adelaide traded up for Sam Cumming. I like it. Eagles back on the clock. This is the one they traded down for from Melbourne. This is Melbourne's original pick. This is who they've got left. This is a different draft altogether. Who would be their best option? Farrow. Okay, Farrow early. Yep, take that. I think that makes sense. Best WA prospect. Mix between Duggan and Jordan Dawson. W product who rolls through midfield, sit across half back, distributing calmly. He'd be good with McCarthy that they just picked up. And Starcevic, actually. That'd be actually not a bad one. I like it. Melbourne back on the clock. They've picked CDT. Who are they pairing with? Sorry, excuse me. Who are they pairing with CDT? Who are we thinking? Lindsay. Mix between Jack Sinclair and Adam Sard. Okay. Distributes with precision, attacks through chains, offering a Sinclair transition threat. Campbell. I'm going to give Campbell's selection here. Dravo. He's starting to get involved here. Let's do that. Grill. Okay. Hawks. Hawks are up, guys. Who are we thinking? I think Ollie Greaves makes sense for him. I believe he was nearly part of their academy, so I can only assume he's trained with them a fair bit. Can you do one where Richmond get Grill, Roby, and Taylor if you haven't done? Yeah, mate, we can do that next for sure. We'll do that one next one if you're happy. Let's do that. I like that. Everyone happy to reset? Give Matty's we're doing it. We're resetting. Hawthorn, you're getting Greaves. Done. All right. Let's start again. All right. Let's have a look. I think we're all pretty set on Dersma to the Eagles. It's pretty much been stated. All right. Unless you want to work the pick one and to get those three players, Matt Tigers. What are you thinking? What are the trades going to look like? Anyone there? Hello? Is the chat down? Needs to be realistic, so probably would need to trade with Essendon or Melbourne or Carlton. All right. So let's just get Eagles picks out of the way. I'm thinking Roby pick 3. Okay, so we're probably looking at CDT for the Eagles. Roby's going pick 3. So you want to work a draft where they land Roby, Grill, and Xavier Taylor. So pick 4. Xavier Taylor's range is in the top 10. Grill's was top 15. So I think you're right. I think a trade with Melbourne would make more sense. Carlton are going to burn their picks on Dean. So let's work a trade with Melbourne, between Richmond and Melbourne. So Richmond give Melbourne pick 4. What are Melbourne giving them back? Just a straight 7 and 8. Richmond are a big way in front. They've picked up 1,000 points worth of picks. Dersma and Sharp. Sorry, mate. Sorry, widescreen. I've gone CDT. I only just saw that, mate. All right, so what's realistic? 7 and 8 for 4. Really, you're only trying to skip whoever Essendon take. Oh, Richmond are going to be down the bottom. Well, they're actually on the up, aren't they? I reckon pick 2 will be a pick in the mid to late 20s for next year. I don't think this is possible in this card. I think this is a tricky trade. How would you do it? Oh, I'm trading the wrong way. Sorry. Yeah, Richmond need to give something back. Pick 4 and 38, I think, is Melbourne are going to want to get that. And maybe a second. Pick 38, pick in the mid-20s for an extra pick in the top 10. Something like that, I think. I reckon that's... It has to be sharp pick 2 to do it. All right, let's reboot it. And we'll still make it work. So we'll go Dersma, Sharp, Roby. All right. Dersma, Sharp to West Coast, Roby. Would depend as well if Melbourne was desperate on someone like CDT. Okay, so Richmond are going to forego CDT in this scenario. Would depend as well if Melbourne was desperate on someone like CDT. Okay, so let's reset this. Richmond are giving Melbourne pick 4, 7 and 8. So we're taking Roby, we're taking Grill, and who was the other one? It was Taylor. You'd think Taylor would have to be the next pick for Richmond. All right, let's do that. Pick 4, pick 38, and has to be a future second. Pick 1 round. They're not going to give a first rounder. That could be pick 1 or 2 or 3. But round 2 is about a 20, 38. I think that's pretty close. All right. So who will Melbourne taking? Melbourne traded up for CDT. Would depend as well if Melbourne were desperate on someone like CDT to sit behind Gorney for his last few years, then tail end of his career. Let's do that. And then Richmond back on the clock. Have I buggered this? What have I done? Oh, no, I haven't. Sorry. No, it was Essendon. We just got to work how Essendon, how do Grill and Taylor fall to Essendon. So we're not really bothering with these academy picks. We haven't bothered with them yet, unless we want Essendon to bid on a few of them, which I think is plausible. Let's say, let's get rid of them. So Gold, Essendon can't believe Ewan's just fallen to them. So they're going to have a crack at him. Same with Patterson. They're going to have a crack at him. Same with Annabelle. They're happy with all those options, but they all get matched. All right. Next one, we're looking at who do Essendon want? Maybe a Lindsay. We've got Taylor and Grill matched to Richmond. So in order for them to fall, Richmond won't give second because of their father-son academy. Yeah, you're probably right. Who are you thinking, Matt Tiggs? Sorry, I'm just going to get a drink. Who are we thinking? Lindsay. Let's do it. So Eagles are happy with Desmond Sharp. Roby's their first Richmond pick. Lindsay. I think Essendon screw Carlton here, make him pay up. And then we got Essendon's second pick. Then they need a forward. So Schubert. They do need a forward. They picked up Myercheck, but he's only going to be around for another 2-3 years max. All right, here we go. All right, so we got there. So we got Richmond, and they're going to take Taylor, and they're going to take Grill. So that's basically what you're looking at for it to play out. Next on the clock's Hawthorn. Who are we thinking? Or do we want to reboot it and play out the first 10 again? I'm easy. Can we do a mock draft including the following results? Hit us, Campbell. Hope that all happens, but not sure it's realistic. I'm just hoping for that. I think it's going to be tough for it to happen. Richmond are going to they'll need to sell up the future a bit, I think, for it to happen. I think you're right, Matt Tigers. All right, reboot it. Let's reboot it. Okay, Campbell. Essendon trade with Carlton for pick 11. Where are we looking? They're trading back, okay. Then trade with Eagles for pick 2 using 5 and 11. Okay, let's do it. All right, Dersman's gone. Pick 2 for 5 and 11. Pick 2. Oh, sorry, I needed to make a trade for 11. Sorry. Let's backtrack a bit. Essendon and Carlton. 5 and 11. So I would say 21 is plausible, because that will fall behind Carlton's. So basically Carlton will end up giving 11 and 21 for Harry Dean instead of 9 and 11. I think that'll go close to his points as well. Blues get 21 and 27. Okay. No, sorry. Where are we? Sorry, mate. I'm trying to catch up. Essendon trade with Carlton for pick 11. All right, we're doing that trade now instead of pick 5. Blues get 21 and 27. Gotcha. Yeah, that looks like a fair trade according to the points index. Okay, so they've traded back a bit. Could be very plausible. All right. Let's do it. And then what was your next trade? Essendon trade with Carlton for pick 11 and then trade with the Eagles for pick 2 using 5 and 11. Essendon, West Coast, pick 2. No bidding on Harry Dean insurances. I honestly think these teams should just take him to the sword on this. Like, playing nice guys all the time. It's crazy. So what are we looking at? 5 and 11. Eagles get another pick in there. 10. They're only moving back 3 spots. That'll be acceptable. And pick 11, which will bump up a bit with the Harry Dean. No, it won't. No, it won't. It'll just stay where it is. And then they follow it up with 13. Okay, let's do it. All right, who are Essendon taking? Including bids for Hewland at 2, Annabelle at 4, Patterson at 5. Okay, Hewland's going at pick 2. Gold Coast and match. What was the other one? Including bids, Annabelle at 4. So we need to pick who's Essendon taken. Then take CDT. Done. A bid on Annabelle at 4. Brisbane can match. They've got enough. Annabelle at 4, Patterson at 5. Okay, they've got enough. Suns trade 15 for North Melbourne's 25 and 26. Okay. And Suns trade for North Melbourne picks 25 and 26 using 15. Okay. So 25 and 26. Ignore these original numbers, guys. It's a bug I need to clear out. I'm just going to get rid of that altogether. But basically picks 25 and 26 have moved up to 23 and 24. Gotta write that down actually, clear that bug. Original, not calculating correct. This is why I can't really give this program out. It's just going to confuse everyone. Calculating correctly. Sorry, hold up. Mrs. is calling.
Marinating it with salt, pepper.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, Mrs. You happy with that, Campbell? So pick 23. Suns are trading with North Melbourne. Picks 25 and 26 using 15. They haven't got 15. They've already given that up in the matching bids. They've had to burn that. They burnt that in the first bid match. They burnt that taking Zeke Euland. Let's reboot it. Everyone who's got another scenario you want to see played out, put it in the chat, guys, please, and I'll try and make it happen for you. So where did the Eagles trade back in this one? I'm thinking let's just play this one out actually. Run draft. Richmond are on the clock. All the bids are gone. Essendon have gone. How many points do they need to match the Patterson bid? So Richmond bid at pick 5. The cost was 16.16. They paid a little bit extra. They got paid an extra 160 points. They got pick 45, which is down here somewhere. There it is. Richmond then take Roby and Taylor with their respective picks. Let's do it. Roby and Taylor. There he is. I like it. Who's Eagles taking next? West Coast Eagles, surely Sharp. I think so as well. I agree. All right, let's do it. I think Eagles could really take Sharp at 2. Really, he's a perfect fit for them. He's exactly what they need. What did you base your rankings off? Let me see if I can bring my spreadsheet up for you. Sorry, guys. Ignore this. So I've got my spreadsheet out. Basically, I've basically just logged everyone's power rankings over the last pretty much since they started logging them in July. So you've got all the main players, Jonty Ralsmith, Jasper, and that basically they've just kind of moved the guys up and down along the journey. And really, you only really want to take notice of, September through October. So that's what they're based off. You got Taylor here. See, Taylor's always, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's pick 7, pick 8, pick 6, pick 6, pick 7. It's kind of just based off that, really. I don't really have much else to go off. So who's Essendon getting with their second pick? They're going to pair him up with CDT. Based on needs. Who are we thinking, guys? If someone new wants to get in the chat, please do so. Give us your scenarios you're after, and we'll try and work it out. Happy Ev Tigers taking Roby and Tago. I think that's going to be true. There's a good chance. They'd be stoked with that. I think Eagles would be stoked with that. I think Richmond will be stoked with that. Essendon as well. They love CDT. So everyone's really walking away happy with this one playing out. Essendon would go Cumming in this instance. All right. Let's do it. I want a scenario where Richmond have 3 or 4 in the top 20. All right, let's do it, guys. Let's boot it. And Demons then bid on Harry Dean and take Grill and Lindsay. All right, let's do it. Sam Grill? No, I misread that. Where are we? Demons then bid on Harry Dean and take... There we go. So they're giving up... Because remember, they traded down. Who did they trade with? I've already forgotten. Let's have a look. They traded down with Essendon. So they traded pick 11 for pick 21, 27. So Harry Dean, pick 11. I've lost your comment. Sorry, mate. Demons then bid on Harry Dean and then take Grill and Lindsay. Okay, forcing Carlton's hand before it comes up. And then Grill and Lindsay. They'd be happy with that too. I think this draft's working out for everyone. You'd give them all pretty much A's at this point. They could actually trade with Adelaide for 9. And just use they could actually trade with Adelaide for 9 and just use Essendon points. Not too sure what you mean there. Sorry, mate. All right, let's get to more people, guys. What do you guys... Give us another scenario that we want to check out. I think this draft is brilliant for everyone. I see Essendon wanting someone like Sam Grill. Crows trade up for Schubert. All right. Best available, Schubert. Let's say they trade up for Schubert from Hawthorn's pick here. They've seen him slipping. Pick 13 for Adelaide. What can Adelaide give to get pick 13? You push Hawthorn back a little bit. Pick 18. Pick 43. How many? Hawthorn have got 22 and 57, so it's going to be their 3rd player. Are they going to take 3 players? Yes, they are. So they're moving 57 up 14 slots. I think that can work. Net for Hawthorn, net for Adelaide. Adelaide's a slight win. They can't really throw away much extra their way either. Late 4th. I think that's just going to have to be the way the trade goes. What do you think? If I can get you guys to subscribe, I can get you in the chat. I'm just trying to give the subscribed viewers some preference, guys. But if you can get the chat, I can get your draft working for you. Let's just do this. Hawks want some future picks to go for Butters next year. I don't see him taking 13 or 22. The problem is Adelaide have already traded away their future. This is what they've already got. 2027 throwaway. Yeah, I think you're right. All right, let's do this. Adelaide are going to trade up. We're just going to be happy with that trade. Adelaide are on the clock and they're taking Schubert, key forward from South Australia. Contested marking key forward. He moves freely, competes strongly, and provides a focal point. Shows traits reminiscent of Charlie Curnow. Let's do it. I don't know if Adelaide need a key forward. They got Walker, they got Fogarty, and they've got Thrillthorpe, the thriller. Tex is on his last leg, so got a year or two left. All right, and Carlton used the former Essendon picks, 27 and 21. I think we've already matched Dean. Yeah, we have. We've already matched Harry Dean. Josh Jacobs baggy. Hawks want. I'm Ella. Maybe do a scenario where West Coast do the same trade with Essendon as this scenario, but also try and package 14 and 16 to move further up, so they get pick. So they get. All right, let's do it. I'm Ella. I like it. I'm happy with this one. This draft's actually worked out well. I don't know about the Adelaide for Schubert. Let's do it. So, Ella, maybe do a scenario where West Coast do the same trade with Essendon as in this. I've already forgotten what it was. I should have saved it. Damn. Sorry, guys. I stuffed that up. Anyway, let's try and hash it out again. I can. I really like that trade, that draft. I think that all the teams could walk away happy with that. It was Carlton's pick 11 and 5. All right, so we're trying to get Ella's draft happening here. Where what did she want? Maybe do a scenario where West Coast do the same trade with Essendon as this scenario. So, did Essendon trade up for CD2? I think they did. So 5 and 6. This is the one that all the West Coast fans, I'm amongst them, would like to get, whether Essendon do it or not. For pick 13. So Essendon are in front here with this. Or Essendon traded their first with Carlton. I think it was 2 and 5 for 11. Maybe do a scenario where West Coast do the same trade with Essendon. Oh, I should have saved it. I'm so sorry I didn't save that. I think it was 2 and 5. It was. You're right. You're right. So before that, we traded Essendon and Carlton made the trade. And I think Campbell said it. Carlton used it for 21 and 27. That's right. 21 and 27 for pick 11. That was a fair trade. Everyone's happy. Let's do that. And then Essendon traded up to West Coast for pick 2, 5. Have I got this right? I tried to make this draft realistic. 21 and 27 for 11. We've done that. Five and 11 for 2. Okay, that's very plausible. So they just pick up an extra pick, effectively. What do we think? 5 and 6 or 5 and 11, guys? Ella, what are you thinking? I think it was your draft. Here, this one. Add 34 to it. Boom. Yeah, I think that's a bit more realistic, isn't it? 5, 11 for 2 and 2 and 34. West Coast still in front with the points index. Yeah, I think that's pretty fair, pretty reasonable, and we can expect both teams to go ahead with it. All right, so Essendon are getting their guy. We think it's going to be CDT, I'm assuming. So West Coast got a really strong hand, 5, 11 and 13. Yes, Essendon beaten Newland. Yeah, that makes sense. He's gone. Gold Coast trade 15 and 25 and 26. Gold Coast, sorry, Campbell. Gold Coast can't trade pick 15 if it's already burnt. You need to do that before. Oh, okay. Maybe you want to undo that last pick. Maybe that's what you're trying to say. Gold Coast, just to accumulate more points before the bid comes in. So 20, 25 and 26. From North. Gotcha. Sorry, mate. I'm with you now. I'm with you. So 25 and 26. Pick 15. Gold Coast get more points. North move up the ladder. I like it. I think that's a good trade. That should happen. And then who we got? We got Essendon on the clock. They're going to bid on Newland. And they've got points to burn for Patterson now. Pick 34. They're going to get a higher compo pick as well with this one, just with how their hand sorts itself out. So I'd never considered that one. Gold Coast giving North a chance back into the first round, and it doesn't affect them negatively in any way. Like that one. And then Essendon are going to take CDT. Then Richmond bid on Annabelle. And then bid on Patterson. And then Essendon takes CDT. Yeah, we got that. We got the bids on Annabelle. Who Richmond targeting here, guys? West Coast would want a future first more than this year, as they have to fill up their list with some academy players. They don't have list spot for the extra pick this year and take their academy players. They don't have list spot for the extra pick this year. Roby and Taylor. Yeah, I think Richmond are going to be happy if they end up with that hand, and they should be. All right, Ella, this is yours. Who are Eagles taking? They've picked up this extra hand. Who are you thinking? Hang on, Campbell, mate. I'll give Ella the floor. This was her scenario where she wanted West Coast accumulating more. These are the trades we've made so far. Is she still there? I think that could be a chance. Here you go. Maybe a big bluff. Everyone seems in love with Roby at the moment. Probably sharp. Yep. All right, happy with that. I think that makes sense for him. That's definitely one of the better matches in this whole draft. Is there a way to see at what point will Gold Coast run out of points to match their academies if, for example, Newland? There is. Absolutely. I've updated the point system as well. One of the videos I posted was giving everyone some information that was a bit false. This points tally wasn't quite resetting itself. Basically, the last pick down here, it should always be at 54. 54 should always have 14 points, but it was tracking up the ladder as picks were burnt. So I've fixed that today. So we've got to, this is dead accurate this today. All right, who are we going for Essendon, guys? Who are they pairing up with CDT? Or does someone want to reboot the draft and give us another scenario they want to see played out? As far as Ella's situate, where are we? Yeah, so they've still got their pick 14. Is there a way to see at what point? Coming. Okay, let's do it. Essendon coming. Dersma, Uland, Duff Tyler, Annabelle, Patterson, Roby, Taylor, Sharp coming. Yeah, I think everyone's pretty set with Essendon. Essendon take Greaves. Sorry, mate. I've already Whitman. I can do that next one if you like, mate. I've just put coming in. I think Melbourne might have a swing at Doveston. Let's do it. Electric small forward with pace, defensive hunger, and instinctive goal sense. Plays like Charlie Cameron, like energy and precision. Small with pace, genuine scoreboard threat, front and centre. Timing is sharp, and he finishes quickly. Let's do it. Doveston. That's his first pick. Who are we going next? I'm going to give this another 10-minute, guys. I'm going to have to set the barbie up for some dinner, and I'll be back in about an hour or so. If you just want to set your reminders, we can get back into it if you like. Who was someone came up with a Whitman? How about we give this guy a shot at his how he expects it to play out? Colin Closey, what programming language did you write this? Lindsay. This is TXT, just a text format, mate. Coding, I use virtual coding. TSX, sorry, not TXT. TSX. North move up with Melbourne now to take Lindsay. North move up with Melbourne to take Lindsay. Okay, let's do it. Before you point your finger, you should know that I'm the man. Where are we? North move up with Melbourne. So Melbourne pick 11 to get Lindsay. They're going to have to give pick 18. So Melbourne, North haven't got a lot to give them. Do they give another first? Imagine that. Melbourne will take that in a heartbeat. Future first. No, it'll be a second. It has to be a second. All right, Whitman? Sorry, mate. What are we? How are we going to make this trade happen? pick 18 and a second rounder. So second rounder is going to be about pick 20, which would give about another 700 points. That puts Melbourne in front. They might take that. Let's do it. I'm happy with that. All right. North are getting Lindsay. North have done well. They've moved up from, what was it, pick 25, yeah? All right, guys, we'll reset it. Everyone happy with that at the minute? We haven't even got a match being on Harry Dean. Carlton just take their player. They don't even need to match him. That probably saves them some points for their guy down the back. Just want to see who falls to West Coast in this scenario. Dersma, Sharp. Who are Hawthorn taking? Probably. I always think it's Greaves, but I'm happy to go another direction. Who are we thinking, guys? Hawks. Filippo. Let's do it. Where's Filippo? I've got him 20 to 25, so he's going earlier than expected. That's good. Oh, sorry, Whitman. Oh, and Josh Jacobs. Sorry, guys. Nathan got in a little bit earlier. Actually, we've got 3 Mitch Marshes, so I'll backtrack that one. We'll go Marsh. Sorry, Nathan. All right, Eagles. I think everyone's pretty set. The Eagles want Farrow. Or do we just go a different direction? Because we can. Oh, shoot. Okay. Pair him up with Shanahan. That could be pretty handy. Duo for a few years, I think. Waterman gets injured a bit. I'm going to call it, guys. I'll jump on in about an hour or so, and we can, if you can think of some more scenarios, we can play this out. It'd be good. And I'll start saving them, and I can export them to you. All right. I apologise. I just got to go for dinner. Thank you for tuning in. This was good. See ya.